Tom Taylor and Bruno Redondo continue Nightwing's new journey as the hero struggles with the notion that he is now a billionaire and what he wants to do with that money, all while someone is running around Bludhaven killing people and taking their hearts. Tom Taylor continues his very fun back-to-basics shake-up for Nightwing by exploring what becoming a billionaire overnight does to someone, and being that it's Dick Grayson getting all of this money, nothing really changes. He's still the very kind and thoughtful hero he always is, and he's looking out for his city, which helps him put him on a path to determine what he is to do with all of this money. Taylor tied Dick's journey to find what to do with the money into his own life, and how he never had a safety net while working, since he always had his parents, Bruce, Alfred, his brothers, his sisters, all there to help him. But he knows that some people don't have that, and he wants to give that to them with this money, which I think is a brilliant place to use it, and it's a better use of money than what Batman is doing with his money. On top of Dick helping out the poor and homeless of the city, we are briefly introduced to a new villain who is taking people's hearts, specifically people who seem to be kind. We didn't really get enough of the villain for me to get a good idea of what they are all about, but I did like the fun little tease before the next issue's proper reveal. Bruno Redondo continues his flashy and dynamic artwork and paneling, making excellent use of the page and how the story flowed, especially during chase scenes or action scenes that there are plenty of in this issue, and it reminded me of Matt Fraction and David Aja's Hawkeye series. Nightwing issue 79 was a fantastic continuation of Dick's new lease on life and what he plans on doing with it, pushing the story into some fun new directions and introducing a sinister new villain. I'm going to give this issue a 9.5 out of 10. Nightwing issue 79 finds Dick remembering how for most of his life he's worked without a safety net, with the only thing catching him being his parents, and after them, his father Bruce and his other father Alfred. He remembers when Bruce fired him as Robin, with Alfred wanting him to come back inside despite Dick saying he's 18 years old, so that won't work on him anymore. But Alfred knows that by now the boy should just accept his offers with just the thank you. Dick knows that between himself and his brothers, they all know that someone is there to catch them and someone who makes them feel safe. In the present, Dick's new dog falls asleep peacefully after eating double its weight in dog food. Dick wonders what that food tastes like, and Barbara knows he hasn't eaten in a while. He asks if she's hungry since he knows a place nearby. The two head down to Marv and George's pizza place, where Dick is reminded that he is now a billionaire, so he can afford more than 2 slices this time. Getting their food, Dick takes Barbara to see a statue in a park, saying Bludhaven was once a whaling town, and the fountain statue was built back then when the city believed that people could take on monsters and win, and he likes that it's still standing. Barbara notices that Dick seems unusually contemplative, knowing that he did forget who he was, but that was thanks to him being shot in the head. He wonders what he left behind, wondering what's so heroic about punching bad guys and then wanting to punch more. Barbara reminds him that he's saved the world and lives more than once, and he doesn't have confidence issues, evidenced by how tight his costume is. Dick, however, wants to do more with everything Alfred gave him, and he can now, but doesn't know where to focus it, and he always thought Batman could have done more as Bruce Wayne, something Barbara knows that Bruce wouldn't take very well. Soon a homeless man comes by with his son looking for some change, but Barbara doesn't have any. The man says that no one ever does, but before he leaves, Dick calls him back, wanting to buy him lots of food and whatever he needs, telling him to invite his friends or anyone else who needs a meal. Back at the pizza place, Dick buys food for many homeless and needy people, telling some young boys that they can take theirs to go. Martin, the man from before, thanks Dick for his kindness as the hero books him and his son into a local hotel, paying for a month's stay. Suddenly, Dick realizes that one of the boys took his wallet. Barbara snaps away some pictures, putting them in their group chat. Dick's phone begins dinging away, and Barbara thinks that he should probably put that on silent since Cassandra doesn't know what self-control is when it comes to emojis. Martin and his son meanwhile head to the hotel, but they are stopped by someone in an alleyway who asks about their pizza. The being in the alley points a weapon at Martin, telling him to tell the kid to run. Martin tells his son Elliot to go back to the pizza shop and everything will be okay, and as the boy heads off, the man in the alley says it won't be okay. Martin says he hasn't done anything wrong, and the man says that's the point, shooting Martin with the gun that rips his heart clean from his chest. Dick meanwhile tells Barbara that there is a micro tracker in his wallet as he suits up, wondering if she's going to join him. Barbara, however, says that she just got some new tech holding her spine together and leaping from rooftops seems unwise right now. She puts a micro camera on his mask, saying now she'll see what everything Nightwing sees. Nightwing takes off into the city, finding the tracker is on the move. Barbara asks what's in the wallet, learning Dick barely has anything but old business cards and receipts in it. Dick soon comes upon where the wallet is, learning the kids are near Boss Maroney. Maroney, meanwhile, is sitting in a cafe meeting with Melinda Zuko, telling her the whole family is proud of her, especially now that she's mayor. She says she's not been confirmed as mayor yet, but Maroney knows her predecessor's head isn't getting uncrushed. Melinda doesn't want to discuss this as the kids walk past, with Dick knowing that they are going to try and rob Maroney, and he reacts very poorly to things like that. The kids pickpocket him and Maroney's men immediately see it, chasing after the children. Nightwing springs into action, beating the men down before giving chase. Dick tells Barbara that they could have avoided this had they stayed in and eaten the dog food, but instead Babs knows that they can't beat the combo of pizza and taking down goons. Nightwing dispatches the men, told the wallet is moving 3 blocks away. Grabbing a ride on a passing truck, Nightwing speeds down the street, telling Oracle not to bother with the police since Maroney's men won't be charged, but the woman still intends on calling them. Dick knows that Barbara has forgotten that in Bludhaven, people have forgotten how to take on monsters and win. Nightwing tracks the kids into a homeless encampment made up of only children fending for themselves. One child asks if he's the man without a heart, not wanting to be harmed by the hero, but Dick says he never would do that, apologizing and telling them to keep what they took since they need it more than he does. Nightwing takes off, returning to Barbara, who says the police didn't do anything with Maroney's men. Barbara doesn't know how he puts up with this place, asking if he got his wallet. Dick says he didn't, but he knows now what he wants to do with his money, wanting it to have a safety net for the city, catch people who have fallen, as in the alleyway, the man who took Martin's heart puts it in a special briefcase and leaves.